3:30 p.m. Cameroon time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Fon Quinta, welcoming you to the afternoon edition of Prime Flash, coming to you live from the studios of my media Prime Television here in Cameroon's economic capital. I begin the news in Douala, where several families have been rendered homeless after their houses were demolished in Dobo, a neighborhood in Bonaberi, Douala First Subdivision. According to victims whose houses were destroyed, a lady showed up with caterpillars and law enforcement officers, claiming she owns the land they say they have occupied for over 10 years. Victims have remained stranded as they say they lack where to go. Meanwhile, some had to spend the night of Thursday, June 17, outside. Over in the southwest region, drivers plying the Kumba-Mamfe highway with small vehicles, also referred to as Clando drivers, have complained against taxi drivers of Kumba venturing out of town into the Kumba-Mamfe road, which is out of their sphere. The drivers say the decision by taximen to extend their lines of duty to the Kumba-Mamfe highway have made them lost their passengers. They tabled their complaint to authorities of the Kumba City Council, stating if nothing is done, they would be forced to protest. In response, the Secretary General of the Kumba City Council ordered taxi drivers to leave the area where they have been converging to load passengers at the detriment of their counterparts. Now, 3 persons have lost their lives in an accident this morning at Fiko in Banga Subdivision, Mungo Division, Lithoa region of Cameroon. According to reports, the 3 persons were on a motorcycle and a vehicle on top speed after suffering a tire puncture violently hit the motorcycle, leaving all 3 passengers dead. Sources said the driver of the overspeeding vehicle is currently at Banga Gendarmerie Brigade. Now, reports say the plantation worker who was jailed in Jumbe, Pinja for insulting the president has been slammed 1 year in prison. Banda Tembe Clement, alongside his colleagues Wameni Andre Boris and Kunu Wuwe Flavi, have been sentenced for insulting President Paul Biya and his government. Their sentence was proclaimed at the Mbangaka first instance Thursday, June 17, 2021, and they were given penalty to the tune of 500,000 francs to pay for damages. So, our sports story, Cameroon's female handball lionesses will today, June 18, lock horns with their counterparts from Angola in the final of the 24th edition of the ongoing Senior Women's Handball Africa Cup of Nations the country has been hosting. The head of state, President Paul Biya, will be represented by the Minister of State, Secretary General of the Presidency of the Republic, Ferdinand Gongo, at today's encounter, which will mark the end of the over 1 week competition. And out of the country, South Africa is deploying army military personnel to its commercial hub and most populous province to help health workers battle a surge in coronavirus. South Africa, the worst hit country in the continent, has entered a third COVID-19 wave, with new daily cases doubling over the past 2 weeks. Health Minister Kubayi Ngumbane, at the virtual press briefing today, said that deployment of military medical personnel will begin today, and they're expected to provide support for health workers and help with community testing and contact tracing. To date, South Africa has recorded more than 1.7 million cases, of which at least 58,323 have been fatal. Now, armed attackers have killed a police officer and kidnapped at least 80 students and 5 teachers from a school in the northwestern Nigerian state of Kebbi. According to Kebbi police, residents and teachers, the attack took place in the federal government college in the remote city of Benin Yari in Kebbi state on Thursday. This is the third assault by armed gangs on a school or college in Nigeria in less than a month, which have been attributed by authorities to bandits seeking ransom payments. A teacher at the school said the gunmen took more than 80 students, most of them girls, after they broke through the gate and went straight to the students' classes. And former Ivory Coast President Laurent Gbagbo has returned home 10 years after he was taken to the International Criminal Court on charges of crimes against humanity. The 76-year-old arrived the country's economic hub, Abidjan, on Thursday on a commercial flight from the Belgian capital with crowds of supporters allowed into the airport, cheering as the Brussels Airlines flight landed. Thousands also took to the streets of Abidjan, where there was heavy security presence to celebrate his return. Gbagbo, who has been in power since 2000, was sent to the Hague-based court in 2011 after some 3,000 people were killed in a month-long conflict that followed his refusal to accept electoral defeat at the hands of incumbent President Alassane Ouattara. He was charged with war crimes and crimes against humanity, but he was acquitted by the ICC in 2019. Judges upheld the ruling this year, paving the way for his return to the country yesterday. We've come to the end of the afternoon edition of Prime Flash on My Media Prime Television. My name is Fon Quinta. Developments of these stories and more comes up exactly 6:30 p.m. with Genda Peodin Blanche. Keep watching programs on the African Eye. Goodbye.